Hello!
We're Lemon Knife, and here are our top songs 60 to 51.
I hope you've been enjoying this so far. We've been having a lot of fun.
Why are you watching this one?
That's a great question. Maybe this is the first one they watch. You know, they just come to our YouTube page and they're like, you know what? I don't want to hear about this 100 crap.
Oh, yeah.
Number 60.
Start at the top.
Number 60? Yep, the top.
Well, start by listening to our music. Or else.
Start there, please.
Lemon Knife on Spotify and Bandcamp.
So
What's
stop
your
this
number
video
60
now.
Song?
All right.
Yeah.
Number 60 is... I don't really... It's sort of a guilty pleasure. I think it's just a good song, though.
Pour some sugar on me?
No. That one hasn't made the list. No Def Leppard on my list. They're a fine band, but like... Anyway, Simply Irresistible by Robert Palmer is my pick for number 60, because I forget it exists until I hear it like on Spotify or on Apple Music or something, and it's just like, damn it, this song is good. You know, it's just extremely catchy and just like slaps you in the face with the new wave bits. There are a lot of rhyming words, but
what does he rhyme with irresistible?
Lots of things. Let's see. How can it be permissible?
All right, moving on. My number 60 is a song that doesn't do that and that I remember exists. So I think it's ahead of this one.
All right. So it doesn't do all the ibbles.
It is me, although I forgot I had put it on my list, so maybe that's the same thing. It is Mykonos by the Fleet Foxes.
This was on my short list as well, yeah.
And this is just really pretty song. I wish they did more of like it. It's like it starts out like so kind of like mellow and charming, that kind of Greek riff, and then it builds into this like big kind of harmonic
rockier,
closing. Yeah, with a little more rock in it.
Not a harmonics closing, though.
No. Bethany, your
Oh,
destiny is your own. What's your number 59? Is it Bethany by whoever that band was?
Bethany by whoever. It's such a great song that we don't remember the band's name. No. Night from number 59 is Classical Gas by Mason Williams. It doesn't have any words.
Okay.
Anyway, it's got no words, but it's that singable. That really tells you most of what you need to know. But of course, I'm a sucker for anything that combines anything classical and anything rocky in that nice of a way. So, you know.
The rest of the list will be Emerson, Lake, and Palmer.
Oh, no, not like that. No, we're not going that. Yeah, okay. In defense of Emerson, Lake, and Palmer, I do like Carnival 9. I'm going Carnival 9. That's really about it.
Okay, my number 59 is Free World by Kirsty MacColl, and it's one kind of just very irrepressible song. You know, it's just memorable. Whenever I start listening to it, I listen to the whole thing, which is a rarity. Even for
I can confirm.
a 2.5 minute song like that, and it's just kind of like a great. Is either it's Johnny Marr or somebody who sounds like him. Like those just kind of.
I think Johnny Marr was elsewhere on the album. I don't think it was on this one. It's that same
like
guitar.
That kind of guitar tone and just really pretty.
Absolutely. My number 58 is a little bit of a departure from that, although getting a preview of your number 58, I think it's somewhere in the middle of those. It is Whip It by Devo. Now, Devo as a whole are a fantastic band, but I think they might even, you know, have more of a sound than individual songs, do you know what I mean? Like, they've got that's Devo. But I think, like, you know, they've got a few good songs, of course, but I think they're more of just, like, an entity. But, I mean, do you know what I mean, though? Like, they're just kind of an entity, and they are, like... Yeah. But Whip It is, obviously, you know, it was a commercial success, and it's a little cliched, but, man, what a great song. Another one of those really infectious ones that doesn't have a bunch of rhyming words with, like, permissible and irresistible and, kissable. Yeah, it gets worse.
A fun music video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nice
if one
and
of theirs
satirical.
made my list, it would have been Uncontrollable Urge.
That's a wonderful one, yeah.
All right, my number 50, I described the past two as pretty. I would not describe this song as pretty.
No.
It is, I guess, gritty, you could say. This is Wasted Again by Turbo Negro.
It is not 4
Maybe I shouldn't even
a.m.
be saying the band name. And that there's just, like, super high adrenaline, like... They're definitely punk, but the thing I love about them is they have kind of like they keep kind of the guitar solos. There's the wild lead guitar of like, you know, classic rock and that type of thing, while just like putting it through the the pure amphetamines of punk. And this song, especially like the bridge, I just like really, it's got a catchy chorus, and the bridge is just like there's a guitar solo, then there's this kind of like build
Body as a
up back
temple,
into
yeah.
I'll tear it down, wasted again. Great like climax.
I was sad to hear that I think one of their key members passed away recently.
Oh yeah?
I think the front person, so
Bummer.
yeah. But fantastic group.
Rip Mr. Turbo Negro.
Mr.
Rip Lars Valvik.
That's his name now.
It's something Norwegian, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Anyway, number 57 is a bit more of a standard. Cherub Rock by Smashing Pumpkins. Last time we did this, my pick for Smashing Pumpkins was Bullet with Butterfly Wings, but once again, within a period of 2 years, things kind of move around a little bit, but this is kind of it's a little dronier, but in a great way. It just kind of like takes you with it on its little like tidal wave ride. I don't know. And, you know, very, very, very memorable, like, you know, little riff and the chorus,
Yeah.
of course. And I think like all the instruments work really well here, including Corgan's voice, which is, yeah, it just all makes sense. It just, they all fit so well into their roles there.
It's got more of like an ebb and flow than it could. Like it kind of has, you know, like
The
more
drums
like
build
ups
up
and
and go
downs
down.
to its groove, kind of. Like it's not just like straight like attack or whatever.
Yeah, but it's also not straight like super laid back, easy going. It's
Yeah.
kind of like it takes you with it, but there's a few rocky currents along the way, and I love it. I love that kind of feeling in a song.
Cherub Rocky currents. All right, I want to specify to Jimmy if he's watching. This
Oh,
is
no.
not the William Shatner version.
Oh, I
My
know what
number
you're talking
57 is "Common People" by Pulp. We've also covered this.
Yes.
Better than William Shatner. No, I don't know. He has that other guy doing. He is a good cover, but this is just this big, great anthemic rock song about, you know, the people, you know, not knowing what it's like to live like the common people. And it's kind of like starts out as like an anecdote about him meeting this like rich girl. Then it kind of just all the pieces like go into it, and it really just like builds and builds and builds over the course of the song.
Yeah, damn it. This is one of like the finest sets of lyrics ever written, I think. Yeah, like I feel I kind of want to retroactively go back and add this to my top opening lyrics list. It's just such a great story and just cynical delivery.
Yeah, and then as it goes on, it kind of gets like more general, and it kind of
It's just like, yeah, she really ticked me off, you know. And those people exist, so once again, a little bit of a departure.
It's a departure by the Long Winters?
No, but I was looking at you because I figured you'd make that joke.
Yup.
Mercifully for John, I do believe this is my last classical entry. This is Ride of the Valkyries.
Invading Poland.
You. Really? You didn't even.
Also on Mia's list, we have the Hitler March.
Springtime for Hitler, unironically. What's your number 56? Christ.
My number 56. No Lebensraum is being claimed. It's a nice, innocuous, charming number called "New Routine" by Fountains of Wayne, and it is.
Go on.
It is kind of a travelogue, a little travelogue of just kind of all these people's, it tells all these like mini short stories of these different people in their lives, and then they end up like deciding to change it drastically, and they all kind of flow into each other. And the song itself is kind of like a synthy Cars kind of sound, and just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like it has a strong kind of wistfulness to it in a way.
It's also not, they're not like fully separate either, because like the two they end up they end up switching places, like the one who was in Bowling Green is in Liechtenstein, the ones in Liechtenstein is now in Bowling Green, and it's just grass is always greener kind of a thing. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
guess it's me. Number 55, we are indeed going funky with September, and we're talking about it in January.
Oh yeah, the month Poland was invaded. No, I don't even know if that's true.
Heil Hitler! Save you will remember. Anyway,
Oh no.
No.
That's going to be used if you ever run for office, man.
Just that one snippet,
Yep,
completely
they'll
out
take
of
that
context.
snippet out of context.
Yeah, anyway, yes, great funk number. I mean, Earth, Wind, and Fire is such a fantastic act to kind of bring together that, like, disco and funk sound and just kind of, like, meet right in the middle. Just gotta walk that fine line, and they do a fabulous job here in September.
I feel like I always get it confused with other things just because of how omnipresent it is. Like, that's the kind of song that's
The song is everywhere,
in the air.
We watched that terrible movie, and I remember they had September on the radio, and I think they just looped the chorus because the scene went on so long.
Which movie was that?
One of the movies we watched, I think the first year I was with you at the New Year's party with your childhood pals, and you would always watch the terrible movies. It was some horribly, like, otherwise low budget thing. I just remember it was like a 10-minute song.
Every last penny from their penny bank was to get the music rights to September.
They're
like, well, we got those rights. We're going to use them as much as we damn please.
So here we go, loop the chorus for 15 minutes. Anyway, over to you.
All right, my number 55 is I Have Arrived
In
by
Poland.
Murder by Death. Oh, no.
You started it.
Yeah. So this is just an unbelievably sunny song, unlike the brutal invasion of Poland. And it is kind of, although it's kind of has a dark undercurrent, because I think like the
invasion of Poland.
No. That had a dark overcurrent.
Oh,
It didn't
okay,
need a dark undercurrent.
Continue.
The guy says he was announcing it live. It's kind of part of their like concept album where all the songs stand well on their own, where they're kind of like arriving on a new planet or something like that, but it isn't actually a good enough planet. I don't really know the plot of it, but it's just kind of this really happy song about like he's arrived on this planet after being away from there for a long time, and it's just all these different like big elements, kind of like there's violins, there's trumpets, there's all kinds of just like accoutrements.
That band is such a great blend of all those things too.
And this is just that. It reminds me of like a more rocky, more springtime, like just like heaven.
Oh yeah, I guess I definitely see that when you say that. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of also like a return of spring, summer, like coronavirus is over type thing.
Oh, that's kind of true. Now I think about that, it takes on a new meaning now.
Yeah. So what is your number 54?
My number 54 is, boy, we are really going into this zigzagging this video, because this is Praise You by Fatboy Slim, which I have grown to appreciate over time. First of all, what makes this song even better is the way the main lick came about. Apparently this was on like one of those CDs you used to put in a CD player to like test the stereo system.
Huh.
And it's like, this is rehearsal recording, nameless track. And he just hears that little like, I went and found it because I was so curious. It's like a 2-second thing. And he's just like, you know what I should do with this?
Did he write the original riff, or did he like find it from some other guy's practice?
The CD, like, it's one of those things you buy at the store to test your stereo.
So just like some guy at the
Just
CD
nameless
company
was like
put that on there just so
like
that
a royalty
it's
free,
not
yeah.
quiet. Yeah.
Like, how does this rehearsal recording sound over your stereo? You can tune it to that kind of a thing. So, like, you can switch your trebles and your basses to, and it was like, yep, there's that little thing, and I'm going to use it to create this thing.
But did he ever give the proper royalties to Myra Kanofsky at Sony CD? She's working hard in that warehouse in Gary all day long.
Digging up those
And then this British guy just waltzes on in and makes stacks of money off of her hard-earned hard work of 2 seconds of piano. There ain't no justice in the music industry, Mia.
You know it. Continue on.
My number 54 is Ecstasy by Rusted Root. If you watch our video of top second hit wonders or, you know, other songs by one hit wonders. I think this was pretty high on my list.
We also covered it previously.
And we've covered it, as part of our 50 state series. I got to reference as many other videos as possible.
Loop it on in.
But this is just this really like funky kind of like, you know, it's a bunch of hippies getting angry. You know, like they're
probably are like intense hippies.
Yes, there's no way Rusted Root are not intense hippies. But they're just kind of like, it's a very like funky, like groovy jam, but then the vocals are just this very intense kind of like anti-war like song, and building up to the military machine.
Like, curse these military machines. It's a universal theme, but like, what a good universal theme to have.
If only Hitler had listened to it, he would never have invaded Poland.
Maybe
those boys at Rusted Root could have stopped the whole war.
You know, he should have had other plans. Getting rejected from art school. I'll give you that. Number 53 from me is Rock Lobster by the B-52s.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, how much really needs to be said about it? It's fantastic riff.
Goofy masterpiece.
Goofy masterpiece. Wonderful, just like beachy vibe. They capture it so well here. Just like the combination of the vocalist and the surf guitar and just everything going on. All pieces of it. I mean, for such a goofy song, it's such a difficult one to like at all accomplish. So, I mean, we
a lot of pieces there. we've closed our live set with it. A lot of fun.
Tons of fun. I mean, yeah, I gotta give more credit to the song than us in that regard, even. But absolutely.
No, it's all us. We did it. We Jimi Hendrixed it.
We sure did.
My number 53 is another of those Wealth of Riches bands where like none of their individual songs rank that high, but great respect for the artist. The one I happened to pick was Antichrist Television Blues, and this is Arcade Fire.
Arcade Fire.
And this is kind of this like almost like folkier, rockier one of theirs, like almost more straightforward than some of their songs. Yeah, I mean, I also love their stuff on like Reflector and that kind of thing where they get a lot groovier.
I'm surprised Reflector wasn't your pick. Yeah,
Reflector is another one I would have considered, but I just really like this one. I find it has a lot of emotion in the lyrics. It's kind of this like.
I feel like someone like Frank Turner could do like a great cover of that.
Oh yeah.
He would kill it.
Yeah, this is one of the rare songs where I would be fine listening to like a stripped down version of it. Like that could also be good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just like Win Butler on his own on the acoustic guitar, I could see it for
sure. Or Frank Turner on the acoustic guitar, like now the war is won.
I didn't necessarily even mean slow it down. You just
how come you doesn't feel
oh no.
Good. It's hard to sing both the guitar and the vocals at the same time.
Also, why does it sound like a sublime guitar part?
At the pawn shop. At the pawn shop.
Anyway,
your number 52, Pawn Shop by Sublime.
Pawn Shop by as you can see, written very neatly here is Pawn Shop.
Does that say Steel Monkey?
No, that's damn you. No, it says Sweet.
Okay, Sweet. I see they all appear backwards in the camera for me.
It says "Hey Dude" by Kula Shaker.
Pick one from the entire discography of Sweet, so she just wrote Sweet.
By Aerosmith.
Yep,
Sweet by Aerosmith.
Because they were inspired. So this is Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith.
Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith. And
do you like it with the extended intro or without?
What is the extended intro? I'm not even sure what you're referring to.
Well, like the version I always heard on the greatest hits just starts with Sweet Emotion, like it doesn't have the
Oh, in that case, totally the extended intro. I mean, you know, I'm biased, I'm a bass player, but dang it if that ain't like one of the finest intros there is. Just the way it goes, and just the way it picks up on the chorus, and then it kind of ebbs and flows in an even more dramatic way, and then until it just kind of explodes at the end, and I just love it. You know, it never quite goes all the way back in the ebb, but it kind of, you know, it just kind of slowly progresses, you know.
Like one of those saws that goes back and forth.
Sweet emotion!
I didn't know. I think you got it mixed up with Birth in Reverse by St. Vincent.
Oh
no, my number 52. My number 52 is Spaceman by the Killers. And this is just a very... Spaceman by the Killers. A very kind of like... Very like big song. It kind of is... I think, I've put it on some lists before and we discussed our different takes on it. We won't get back into it here. But just great song. Can be about whatever you want it to be about. He's kind of, yeah.
He's kind of a Vegas magician. Is that what you're gonna say?
I don't know what I was gonna say.
I don't know. It was just that one time we saw him, and he was dressed up in this like this like massive like. It is something Joe would wear. Joe from Arrested Development.
Coins out of your ear.
Yeah, somehow he found me in the audience.
On stage. Yep.
For my next trick.
For my next trick, I want the short blonde girl 38 rows back at Lollapalooza.
Excuse me, pushes past anyone that pushed by us. That's a nice revenge. Anyway. Once again, zigzagging. My number 51, and the one that closes out this video, is B.O.B.
Oh, no, I have my 51 also.
You're...
It doesn't close out the video because I still have
the one from me that closed out the video. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I was just making sure you didn't hit stop.
No, B.O.B. Bombs Over Baghdad by Outkast. I don't know why I was trying to think of a joke abbreviation and it didn't happen, so like what
something
else
with Big Boy.
Anyway, yeah. This I don't even think like Outkast is generally a band that should make my top 100. I mean they're a fine band, don't get me wrong, but like the song is just like a great rap song, just so aggressive and out there, and just it just hits you in the head in a fantastic way and makes its point really well. The chorus is great, the way it kind of caps out,
Yeah, you can almost feel like you're in like a shrapnel attack there with like just kind
the
of
way
the
beat is great.
Yeah,
the beat is fabulous.
Starts right in with the Speedfire vocals and such.
Yup, like you are just in it, and one of their most aggressive works, and I think their finest.
All right, my number 51. I wrote this wrong. I renumbered some things, so I had to write this freaking title twice. This is A Sentence of Sorts in Kongsvinger.
Did you have your phone near you to look up how Kongsvinger was spelled again?
Yes, yeah. That's at least spelled phonetically.
I'm just being
I might not be pronouncing it right. But anyway, by Of Montreal, and this is kind of just another of these songs. It's kind of a lot like Mountain at My Gates or maybe Spaceman, kind of more of these songs about depression.
That sound
that sound very kind of like upbeat in a sense. Like, I think the sentence in this case is like of the prison sentence form of the word. Like, he spent this like winter in this town in Norway and is like going through the depression there, and just kind of like by the bridge is like really pretty, and it's just kind of like quieted down, and it's him like talking to the depression directly, and then kind of the verses just have lots of like quirky specifics to them. So just the overall
like
package,
the black metal bands,
yeah, and then like really like catchy chorus too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean they're great with their choruses. If you just took the chorus
on its own, it could be like some like Jackson 5 type thing.
Yeah,
something like that. So yeah, that's number 51.
And that is our 60 through 51.
Yes.
Until next time. See you next week.
Or else.
Or see you this Thursday for our artists.